Welcome back to the channel, man. Subscribe if you rockin' with Duke the Jeweler, man. Go ahead, hit that like button. Let me know where y'all from and who you rockin' with. Let's go. Hey, RIP to Duke the Jeweler, man. A lot of people know that Louis Vuitton bag and the chains and the watches that Duke the Jeweler had. Somebody started taking them to all the pawn shops surrounding Houston, man. Y'all gotta understand, they didn't want to go to Johnny Dang because the feds would go to Johnny Dang and they could easily get the serial number of all the stuff, man. They'll get the security footage. They'll do a first 48. This is why a lot of people go to them pawn shops, them buy here, pay here's, because they try to sell it quick because they know they're going to melt it down, man. The thing is that the feds know a lot of stuff about the jewelers, especially people like Johnny Dang, Hutch Jewelry, Duke the Jeweler. Whenever the rappers come in and they spend their cash from the streets inside one of them jewelry stores, if they spend more than $10,000, they got to fill out that form. They got to fill that form out. If they don't fill that form out, the jeweler could be catching a case or anything like that. So this is why whenever the rappers, they always try to finesse. They always try to get it under the table, under the hand, without doing it on the books or nothing like that. That's why they try to skip around Johnny Dang. When they had Duke the Jeweler's chains, they can't just take them to the scrapyard themselves because they know that everything is hot right now. Like, everybody's looking for, if you see this Cuban link come in and it's got the stamp from Duke the Jeweler, then they have to make the report on that because it's a reward that's missing. If they let that pass on and they get caught, that's going to come back on them for assisting them. This whole entire thing is why the feds is looking at Boosie, man. Ever since Boosie did that dice game and then people start dropping and then his 19-year-old cousin gets named as one of the people of interest. Why would they name him the person of interest if they didn't know and already have a rap sheet on him, man? When the feds come, they wait until they have everything. They wait until they have the clear whole evidence, and out. That's why they have the 95% success rate. Because they wait and let you keep snitching on yourself. They wait and let you keep slipping up and doing all these things, keep doing all these moves, keep seeing these people, right? And they get it all on surveillance. Every time you moving around, every time the people that's moving around, they get it on surveillance. That's why they were still watching Boosie when he went on live in San Diego. They was watching Boosie all the way since the Duke the Jeweler moment up until the fact that he was in San Diego with the goons and they had the straps on live. It looked like he got set up. If you really think about it, Boosie looked like he got set up. The people that was around him went live and they knew Boosie was on paperwork. They knew Boosie was on papers and that he not supposed to be around any of that. So when they went live, they knew the full repercussions of this, man. And that's why I think that they try to set Boosie up. And a lot of people think that because why else would they do that? They know the street code. They know that another dude coming around like that, that's as prolific as Boosie and the trouble that Boosie went in, why would you go live showing the pole and everything next to Boosie? This is what got Boosie in trouble. He was already on federal surveillance and then he got caught lacking, moving the wrong way with the dudes that actually was trying to flex and show off and everything like that because Boosie was around. But the whole time, what they did and posted on social media really got Boosie in trouble because of the fact that this came directly from the people that were surrounding Boosie. They basically told on him, and this is why a lot of people think that Boosie should have been watching out for the people that's around him instead of paying attention to all the people that be in the beef and the sun back and forth. And he was talking about Charleston White and T.I., and him and T.I. got back together after the fact that he got caught by the feds. And so Boosie had no choice. He can't beef with nobody because if Boosie start beefing with somebody, then the fans is already watching him. They gonna think he's gonna do something, so they might sweep Boosie's estate ASAP, man. When the feds obtain the whole search warrant to get all the evidence together for the Duke the Jeweler trial, this is gonna be a big sweep done at Boosie's estates, Boosie's mansion, because they still trying to find out what did the 19-year-old throw in Boosie's car right before he took off running in the getaway car. Did Boosie hide anything like that? Did he leave? That's why he ain't been going to none of the same events no more. Ever since Takeoff got taken out and Duke the Jeweler got taken out, Boosie should have learned his lesson and stopped going to all them dice games, man. This is why a lot of people, they try to get caught up in this hype. They want to look cool. They want to seem like they still attached to the streets. They want to seem like they not too old, they not too OG to play in these dice games. Well, the fact of the matter is, Boosie don't need to be anywhere around the dice game if he's an actual millionaire. And so a lot of times, man, these dudes, these rappers, they lose a lot of their money still trying to be cool. They lose a lot of their money still trying to be connected to the streets. It's not worth it. Take your millions of dollars and get up out that game. Do something for your family. Build the real estate. Don't try to step back around the street guys and risk losing your millions of dollars. Who's gonna pay the rent for all the mansions Boosie built? Who's gonna cover the bills for all the maintenance that needs to be done? If Boosie not around and his son has the mentality that he has, and his daughter already doing the things that she did, disrespecting her father like that, then it look like the future ain't gonna be too bright. Boosie gotta get him and his people in line. He gotta check everybody and say, look, man, I already made these mistakes. Boosie already made these mistakes. Learn from him. And try to make it to where everything that Boosie leaving behind for his kids and his family and all that, then they gotta take care of it and don't make the same mistake that he did. Don't go to the dice games. Don't try to set somebody up. If you need $1 million in 48 hours, go take a loan. Don't try to go take it from somebody else. These are the things that caused Boosie to get into the predicament that he's in right now. And there's nobody to blame but Boosie, his friends, his entourage, his crew, his security. Everybody played a role in this because it takes more than one person to set up Duke the Jeweler. Y'all gotta understand, if you really rocking with Duke the Jeweler, I want y'all to hit the comment section right now. Put the diamond for Duke the Jeweler, put the dolphin for Young Dolph, put the rocket for Takeoff. Because at the end of the day, people have to learn to stay away from the street. Stay away from these dice games. Stay away from all these dudes who try to make it look cool to be in the streets. You don't want to catch a Rico. You don't want to be on the Fed's radar. You don't want to be on the judge docket. That's the thing. And at the end of the day, even if all these rappers do all this stuff, get caught, and when it comes time to face the time and sit down for the seasons, they will go and tell on their best friend. They gonna tell on their mommy and daddy. They gonna tell on everybody. Because at the end of the day, nobody wants to sit down and do 200 years. And when they whole entire group, everybody that they paid off, starts telling back on the same person that orchestrated. So the loyalty gets cut real quick when they sitting in that interrogation room and the feds is putting football numbers at their desk. They telling them, if you don't fess up, if you don't tell us what Boosie did, if you don't tell us the plan, the blueprint, everything y'all was told, you looking at 100 years. You're looking at 200 years. Because Duke the Jeweler was a good man. Duke the Jeweler was a real businessman. He really tried to get it the right way, man. And them folks took him out, and they wrong for that. Everybody wrong for that. You're not supposed to touch somebody like Duke the Jeweler. He a big dog. And the big dogs, especially the ones who's doing it legit like him, he's the ticket out of the hood. So why would you mess with the ticket out of the hood like that? Now you crabbing in the barrel. Now you holding people back. Now you just made it so Duke the Jeweler can't take his generational wealth and give it to the next generation. They put a cut to it. They put an end to it. And this is why people gotta realize that it's even more crazy out here in this 2023, 2024 world. You really can't trust a lot of people. You gotta watch the ones around you. And you gotta pay attention at all times, man. Subscribe to the channel for all the updates.